Yeah, this is my testimonial video for Revive Stronger. I've been working with Steve for a little under a year now, and I first came to Steve for his coaching because I'd had a couple of experiences with kind of prior online coaches, primarily focusing on fat loss, and hadn't really had much success. No fault of the coaches, but it's just that their kind of approaches hadn't really resulted in much fat loss for me, which had been quite frustrating because I've always been really kind of on point and adherent, but just couldn't quite understand why things that on paper, kind of should have worked, kind of weren't. So I came across Steve because of his articles originally. He puts out really good articles that are science-based, but also really practical as well. And I saw that he also offered coaching. And I was still really keen, despite my prior experiences. I wanted to work with a coach because I think having that kind of guidance and accountability is really important. So I contacted Steve and we had a talk over FaceTime about my goals, which I said were kind of fat loss, then with the kind of long-term goal to sort of go into a sort of building phase, but from a kind of leaner starting point. And I was really impressed actually with the kind of that FaceTime consultation, because I could tell right from then that he was really keen to really listen to kind of me and my goals and why they were important to me. And I could see that as a coach, it was going to be a very collaborative relationship. It wasn't going to be a case of him just saying, right, this is what you should do, and you can just follow the plan, which is a little bit more how my previous kind of coaching experiences had been. And so initially kind of did have a go with having a go with fat loss, but I think just because I'd come from quite a long period of kind of being focusing on fat loss with not much success, really my body just wasn't really responding. So kind of went into a sort of building phase for a little bit via kind of reverse dieting, so that I wasn't suddenly going to a higher intake. And then more recently we've gone back to kind of a fat loss phase, and it's been the most successful fat loss phase I've had, which has been really nice. So it's just nice to see that kind of putting in kind of hard work and things has paid off, and we've Steve's been really good about trying to find an approach that works for me, so incorporating things like refeeds and things like that. I've also really enjoyed the training that I've been doing. Previously with other coaches, I'd just been working with them with nutrition, and I was doing my own training, and I think really wasn't optimal. It was definitely not progressive, and just not very consistent in terms of the exercises that I was using. So I find it definitely really helpful to have both my training and nutrition done for me. I find I enjoy training a lot more. I'm not second guessing myself in terms of the exercises, the amount of volume, etc. And I'm progressing really well in the gym, which has been the case throughout this fat loss phase, which was like a pleasant surprise to me. I was sort of expecting that perhaps I'd be sort of struggling in terms of strength or reps and things like that, but actually I've consistently made really good progress throughout. So yeah, my experiences with Steve and with Revive Stronger have been brilliant so far. As I really enjoy having the private Facebook group as well, of the other kind of clients, which is great, and the other coach, Mark Newcomb is in there as well, and it's great to have his input as well with things and hear about his experiences. So yeah, I can't really recommend Revive Stronger highly enough really to other people. I think that there's such a big emphasis on kind of client relationships, and I think unfortunately, that's quite unique within the fitness industry. I think there's a lot of people who are coaches that will kind of deliver very kind of cookie cutter programs to people, and there's not much of this kind of collaboration, and not much consideration for kind of people's psychology and things like that. So one of the things that initially was a bit tricky to get used to was having each week, when I do a sort of check-in, I complete a spreadsheet in terms of, you know, macros and training and things like that, sort of nuts and bolts, but also do a kind of reflective video, which is something that was completely new to me. And when I started, I was like, oh my God, what do I say? Like, I hit my macros or I didn't hit my macros? But actually, you know, I kind of got used to it. And, you know, you talk about sometimes if you've been a bit stressed or something, or like your sleep hasn't been good, maybe that's why, or, you know, or maybe you talk about future goals or whatever, but it's, you know, it's a great opportunity, and then get a video response back. So definitely it stays very personal, even though it's online. And I think it just shows that really the coaching provided is very comprehensive, in terms of what's offered, but also just what's addressed as well. So I feel that, you know, there's this real effort made to get to know people and their lives and what they've got kind of going on, and you know, then how the kind of, you know, fitness and nutrition and things fits in with that, which I think is great. So yes, I would definitely recommend anyone to kind of go with Revive Stronger. I think it's been absolutely brilliant so far. I'll definitely be staying with them for a long time. Entirely sure of my future goals, possibly a bikini kind of competition maybe down the line. I'm going to have a period following this fat loss phase of kind of going into my first kind of proper long-term building phase, and then see what happens after that. Yes.